Okay, hello beautiful fans. So I'm going to do this episode as I promised about my favorite pampering products. It's not really a fashion episode, it's more of like a beauty cosmetic wellness episode. But I'm going to show you kind of all my favorite products, and this is so that you can do your own spa day at home, just like a do-it-yourself one for much cheaper, and a lot of the stuff you'll probably have at your house, or you can go out and pick up some of these products. So first of all, I wanted to decide to have a spa day just because we're all so stressed out, we're all so busy, we're rushing from one place to the next. We hardly, take time to just sit and think and spend time for ourselves. And so, kind of the first step you want to do is brainstorm. When you're going to want to do your spa day, what are you going to want to do? And you're going to first of all want to, put your phone in another room so you won't be tempted to like tune in and you won't be distracted. Even those of us that use it to check the time, we like compulsively check our phones just because we're using it as a watch. So you're going to want to find some relaxing music on YouTube. You could find whatever you want. You could find like instrumental music or nature sounds, whatever you want, kind of like when you're getting a massage. Just something light, probably nothing with lyrics. And you want to make sure that it's a long enough track or like playlist for however long you want your spa experience to be so that you won't have to like snap out of your relaxation to cue something else up. So you're going to light some candles or just one. I have this one. It's a Tango or Mandarin one. It's like a really energizing citrusy scent because I want to be productive and like do things on my spa day. Even though I'm relaxing, I still want to be active and doing things. I don't want to go to bed because it's the middle of the day. So you could choose something like if you're doing yours maybe at night or in the evening, you could choose something more like lavender, something that will induce sleep more. So light some candles, breathe deeply, try to forget all of your worries. And like I said, it's a good idea to sort of have a mental schedule set out ahead of time so you could just flow from one activity to the next, depending on how long they take. Before you begin anything, if you'd like to make a cup of tea or coffee or enjoy some other type of a fun beverage, maybe with like an umbrella or something, get that and begin to relax. You could easily make spa water if you add lemon, cucumber, or like any kind of fruit to your chilled water. I'm going to start my spa day with a pedicure so that I can relax while my toes dry. If you have polish on your toes already, use this time to prep by removing your nail polish. You could draw up warm water in a foot bath or just like at the edge of the bathtub that will fill up first. You could use salts or whatever kind of softening product that you want. I would probably use one of these two products to exfoliate my feet, and if you're scrubbing your feet and your ankles, your hands get softened in the process, which is a bonus. So this is the sea salt scrub I got in Marco Island. It smells like key lime. It's really gritty. It's actually lasted a lot longer than I thought for being a small container because you really only need a little bit. And it's a little bit like of an oily, salty scrub. And then, of course, Mary Kay has their world-famous satin hand set. It works great on feet, elbows, knees, pretty much anywhere that you'd like to soften. You could use all three steps if you have the time, or you could just use the scrub. If you use the whole set, you would use the softener first. This is like the peach one. It's a whole set, but yeah, you could get the fragrance free too. People say that it has like a really great light fragrance. So you would use the softener first, which is this little skinny tube step, and then use the gritty scrub, which just so happens to be, pinky orangey in the peach one. And then after you rinse that off, then you'll use the hand cream, which is also like a great thing to just use by itself. And yeah, even the fragrance free, it has such a good scent. It's very light. And so you can get creative here with what you want to do. That's the point. You use something that you already have. You might cook up your own sea salt scrub or like a brown sugar scrub. You can find all kinds of recipes online of like whatever you feel like you want to make, and depending on how creative you want to get, how much time you have. So you're going to scrub your feet after they soak for a bit. You can continue soaking them after you've rinsed as well. After drying off, you're going to clip and file your toenails, push back your cuticles, and once completely dry, apply your base coat, 2 coats polish, and a top coat or like a glitter to seal it in. This is my step-by-step for a great pedicure. This will last you around 3 weeks in open-toed shoes and sandals, walking around in the city with gravel all over. It's foolproof. So I normally use OPI start to finish. This is what I use for my base coat, and you could also use it as a top coat too. And then it's really great because it kind of protects your nails from getting stained from polish, especially if it's a color like a navy or a deep red. And then I'm going to use this glittery polished color today. It actually changes color in the sunlight, but you guys are going to have to tune into my second 90s episode to hear more about that one. And then, like I said, you could use the OPI as the top coat, which is what I had been using until my friend Marissa got me addicted to Sache Vite top coat. This is great. It's a bit thicker and heavier than the OPI one. It's great for your toes because they kind of, you're on them all the time. They take more wear and tear sometimes than your hands do. So once you finish your nails or your toes or whatever, you could move on to the rest of your spa day. So just think about what you want to do, what you would spend a relaxing day doing. Do you want to read, meditate, spend time journaling, just brainstorming and being creative, straight chilling, just kind of disconnecting from your day-to-day life? Whatever you decide, then you could just sprinkle in all these other pampering tips throughout your day. Or if you're even being productive or you have some errands to run, you could still do all these little things throughout your day. I'm not a big fan of hair masks, so I won't cover those here, but you could always do one of those and let it sit while you do your other activities. If your eyes need some TLC, you can use, the traditional cucumber slices to reduce puffiness and feel refreshed. You could also take green tea bags, so just like, your average, Lipton or Bigelow tea bag, moisten them until they start to brew a little bit and place one over each eye, and then you could flip that over when it gets warm. The green tea has antioxidants, which are good for you, and they absorb through the skin, and it helps to tighten and brighten your skin. And then there's also a Mary Kay Soothing Eye Gel. You could put this like right here under your brow bone and then like in the bag underneath your eye. And it doesn't hurt if it gets in your eye. It's kind of water-based, water and aloe, so it's mostly natural. So you could sit with your eyes closed and your head tilted back using any of these tricks and relax for as long as you like, but don't fall asleep. The candle, remember. And another great natural remedy that I just mentioned is using aloe. You can cut the leaves open, scrape the gel out. You can use it as a moisturizer, a lotion, a face mask. You could treat sunburn or a kitchen burn with this. And there's so many other things that I won't go into here. You could look online. There's recipes galore about the many uses of aloe. And you can, pick one that suits your spa day experience. And so then after you're done relaxing, masking, lathering, doing all of your spa treatments, take a relaxing bath or shower, take your time and enjoy yourself. Use your favorite lotion. After you have a pedicure, it's really nice to, put on like a tea tree oil. This is aloe vera and chamomile, or mint or peppermint is really good for feet. So there's this Mint Bliss Mary Kay one. You could pretty much do whatever you want, lather yourself up with your favorite lotion, cozy up in your PJs or something comfortable, unwind, have a glass of wine or some dinner to slowly ease back into the real non-meditative world. And so I hope that you guys enjoy your day off as much as I did. I really enjoyed, kind of researching and doing the research for this cast and experiencing it, because it's really good to just disconnect and relax. So I hope that my tips will bring you closer to your most relaxed self yet.